Welcome to Real World Facilitation, where we're trying to put an end to boring meetings and workshops. Today we're talking about brainstorming. Now this is probably the most ubiquitous facilitation technique that all of you will have heard of, but it's done so badly. And here we're going to talk about how we can improve that and make things better. So why is brainstorming done so badly? Here's why. Because if I ask you right now to have your best ideas about improving your workplace, I guarantee you're going to struggle. Because creativity doesn't work like that. Any creative will tell you that they go out to source ideas and inspiration. They wander around, they look at things, they let ideas percolate. So the first thing we do in any brainstorm is give people the question in advance. So they've got time while they're in the shower, while they're washing up, walking the dog, whatever works for them. People are different about how they have good ideas. You want to embrace what they need to get the very best ideas into your workshop. So the first thing to do, always, is to let them know in advance what the brainstorming question is. Then, when you're in the room, hopefully they've done some thinking, they've got some ideas already. You can then move to a bit more of a traditional brainstorm, because there is merit in sitting silently and thinking about the problem, the challenge, and coming up with suggestions. But remember, it's a workshop or meeting, that's about bringing people together. So here's what you're going to do in this session to percolate those ideas. Firstly, get people to write their ideas on a post-it, 1 point per post-it, pretty much ubiquitous in all facilitation, and then get them to stand up and put them on the wall or flip chart or wherever you're sticking them. That creates a little bit of an energy lift for them because they're standing up, so that's helpful. And then when you start to look at the ideas, we use an acronym, COC. Clarification, omissions, and challenge, in that order. So what you want to do first off is not spend time analysing and debating the value of an idea. You want to make sure everyone understands it. So that's clarification. You want them to make sure everyone's really clear that they understand what each of these post-its mean. In doing that, people will have new ideas. They'll bounce off each other a little bit. So that's where O for omission comes in. What's missing? What new ideas do we need to think about? So give people a bit of time to put up some more ideas. That's where you start to bring the group together, bouncing off each other and really working well. The final C is challenge. So that's your moment to start to analyse the ideas and start to kick the tyres and see, is this really an idea that we could do anything with? At that stage of your workshop, you may want to stop there after you've challenged the ideas, maybe excluded a few, or you can move into a prioritisation model where you can start to have a very quick view of how challenging is this going to be to implement and how big impacts do we think it's going to make towards whatever it is that we're thinking about. The power of online whiteboards and asynchronous working means that you can, in advance of your session, build a whiteboard, use Mural, set it up, we can show you how to do that, and you can give people the login to that a week ahead of time, an hour ahead of time, and allow them to come in. You might add some inspiration in there, some of the questions, some of the challenges that you're looking to explore, and get them adding their ideas ahead of time. But as long as you can get people to focus some time to do it so they don't forget about it, then you will get a much better and richer set of ideas that you can then use in your workshop. The pyramid brainstorm technique is a really useful way of getting a smaller set of ideas, so the group prioritises them for you. So in this technique, you would you'd get people to brainstorm, you'd still do it in advance, but you get them working in small groups of 2 or 3, and for them to then combine their best ideas together to share with the group. So you're automatically prioritising and shrinking the ideas, so you're not having to deal with 30 ideas, you might only deal with 10 in the session. So there you have it. That's how to make a brainstorm successful. Give people time in advance to think about what it is that you're asking them to do, to come up with their very best ideas. Use the COC technique to review and test those ideas, and then you can take them into the workshop or into the next stages of your project. Good luck with yours. Please watch our next video. Give us a like and subscribe. It really helps if you do. We really appreciate it.